challenge comes when you start going from about middle income to high income. From low income to middle income is something that most countries are able to manage, because a lot of what needs to happen is copy paste, meaning these are problems that someone has already solved, so you kind of copy paste that here, and somehow the income and productivity starts to go up, because the models of growth that you need to adopt at that time are one, they're untested, meaning that so like in this case, even 5G we are rolled out 7-8 years after the world started using it. But on 6G, you need to be front and center. And remember that 6G is a standard. Of course, there will be nuances which will come up over the next 5 years. 2030 is the launch. But does it really affect productivity? If you invest $10 billion as a telecom service provider, will you get the returns out of it? Will people buy those services? So there is a risk capital involved. Now, as you go from low income to middle income, all the business models are well tried and tested. So this is how you make cement. This is how you make steel. This is how you make cables and wires and tiles. But when you're going from $10, $12, $13,000 per capita to say $25,000, $30,000 per capita, you are now starting to solve some really hard problems, and you need to solve some very hard problems, and that requires risk capital. So the path from middle income to high income requires very different economic models, very different regulatory models. So you can have very tightly controlled economy which still grows, but there you may need market forces to be playing a larger role. The second big problem I think that India will have to face, and this is something that we all need to worry about, is that in the last 40-50 years, the growth of most economies was what you would call assisted rise. And if that is the case, then suddenly your footprint is so large that you start getting into the problem of resisted rise, wherein others start getting threatened. So initially, it is all about seeing you as an opportunity, seeing you as a potential counterweight to some other rising powers. But the moment you start becoming a power on your own, then you need to have R&D systems, you need to have technology sovereignty. So there are a lot of other things that start becoming challenging. And given our size and scale, I think we need to start worrying about those problems today.